Don't do it too hard. So you kind of want to shake it a little bit. But guess what, y'all? We shaking, but we ain't baking. We pressure can this bad boy. So look at that. See how that's spicy? See how that's sealed? Like I say, we're gonna let this sit flat in the refrigerator. Just like that. Flat in the refrigerator. Just like this here. And on Wednesday, we're gonna be pressure canning this here. See, that's why you don't need to add no liquid. You see all that juice in there? Look at all that juice. That's why there's no need to add liquid. Because if you add liquid, there's a possibility that this is going to spill out of your jars. No liquid. You don't want. Well, guess what we're going to be doing today? We are going to be doing buffalo wings. That's right. We are going to be doing buffalo wings and buffalo sauce today. So I've got my wings already. This is what I got. I went to Sam's Club and I picked this up. This is the drumettes and flats. So therefore it saves me a lot of time because I didn't have to clip off the wing tips. So what I did, I've already washed up my wings and got them ready to go. And I put about 2 tablespoons of vinegar in here. And I got this is on ice to keep it really, really cool. So I'm going to let this soak for about 15 minutes. That's why I got the ice in here, because I want this water to stay cold as possible. So we are going to do buffalo wings, and it's going to be yummy, yummy, yummy. So stay with me. Buffalo wings coming up. Okay, I got my chicken washed. I have my chicken in the 1-gallon bag, and I put it in the refrigerator because I want to keep my chicken cold. So now we're going to be making up the sauce, and this is a 2-day process. This is a 2-day process. So today I'm doing the first part, which is making my sauce and seasoning my chicken. And I'm going to let that set, what's today, Monday? So Tuesday, Wednesday. But this is a 2-day process. So let's get started on making this wonderful buffalo sauce. So you want to start with a half a cup of butter, which is 1 stick of butter, which equals a half a cup of butter. Okay? So that looks good. We got that stirred in again. And now we want to start with 1.5 cups of hot sauce. And I will let Willie zone over later to show you what hot sauce and spices I use. But we're using 1.5 cups of hot sauce. You want to pour that in first. And we want to get all that goodness out of here. We want to get all the hot sauce we can, because it's supposed to be buffalo, y'all. Buffalo. Okay, so I got my hot sauce, and I want to just gently stir that in. I got my stove on medium because you don't want this boiling yet, so you want to just stir this in. I got my stove on medium. Okay, and we got several ingredients here. So I got a pan like this here. I got me a pan, and this is a cold pack. This will be a cold pack, but it's a 2-day process. So I want to get that stirred in a little bit. Okay. And now what I want to do is we want to get 2 tablespoons of vinegar. I'm going to pour that in next. I got it measured out here. 2 tablespoons of vinegar, white distilled vinegar. This is just your regular white distilled vinegar. And so we want to pour that in, okay, like so. Okay. Got a lot of spices over here, y'all. So we want to get that a little stir. Get that a little stir. And next we want to go ahead and put our 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire. Now say that 3 times fast. But anyway, I ain't gonna even try to say it 3 times fast. But anyway, we want to put that in. And we want to get that stirred in. And it's smelling good, y'all. It is smelling so good. And we want to get 1 tablespoon of garlic. I'm using granulated garlic, or you can use garlic powder, minced garlic, whatever kind of garlic you want to use, but I'm using the granulated garlic because that's what I have. So we want to sprinkle that in. Okay, make sure I tell y'all right because I had to write it down. Okay, that was 1 teaspoon, y'all. 1 teaspoon of garlic. 1 teaspoon of garlic. And we want to get that stirred in, okay? It smells good. It is good. And we want to use 1 teaspoon of parsley. I'm going to put that in. 1 teaspoon of parsley. There we go. And we want to get that stirred up. And we want to use 1 teaspoon of smoked, 1 teaspoon of, not 1 tablespoon of smoked paprika. And this is 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. And 1/4 teaspoon of, I got the pink Himalayan salt. 1/4 teaspoon of that. Okay, I got everything. And we do have 1 tablespoon of clear gel, but that doesn't go in yet. And speaking of clear gel, you will need clear gel for this recipe. You cannot use nothing but clear gel because the clear gel is formulated for this buffalo wing sauce. This buffalo wing sauce is only for canning, pressure canning. This buffalo wing sauce is specifically for pressure canning. That's why you need the clear gel. I've checked it out. The sure gel and everything like that would not work because it would not keep the proper temperature for your buffalo wings when they're in the pressure canning. So you have to have the clear gel, and if you don't have clear gel, I suggest you start looking now because I've checked Publix, I've checked Walmart, I've checked Sprouts. Nobody sells it, so my husband had to end up ordering it online. So now that this is at a boil, as you can see, we got it, it's boiling. So now it's ready to go, y'all. This sauce is ready to go. So you want to turn your stove off. You want to turn that eye off. You want to turn it off. Give it a good more stir. Okay, now what we want to do now is we want to get ready to put the clear gel. You do not put your clear gel. You do not put your clear gel in this sauce until you turn this eye off. Even though it's still bubbling a little bit, that's fine, that's fine. So now you want to take your clear gel because this will help thickening this buffalo sauce. This will help thicken your buffalo sauce. And now at this point you want to get your whisk because you want to whisk this clear gel in. So this is the point where you need your whisk. So now you just put your clear gel in. 1 tablespoon, 1 tablespoon. And you want to give, you can see it's thickening already. And you just want to give it a good whisk. You want to keep whisking this until you get it here. You see how it's thickening up? And I'm telling you, this hot sauce is popping, y'all. It is popping. And it's going to be good. So I did this last night. I did make some last night. I made 2 big batches of this sauce and some wings. Now I decided to use the drumettes and the flats. You can use a regular chicken wing if you want to, but I just decided to use the drumettes and the flats. But if you use a regular chicken wing, you have to cut the tip off. And you say, well, why you got to cut the tip off? From my research, you need to cut the tip off because the tip is full of cartilage. And cartilage, with a lot of cartilage, does not pressure can very well in the pressure canner. So that's why they suggest that you do not use the tips of the chicken wing. So if you use the whole chicken wing, make sure you cut that chicken tip off because it's not recommended that you pressure cook that because of too much cartilage and the temperature. So look at this sauce. This sauce is beautiful. Okay. So now I got my sauce, and this sauce needs to cool off. It needs to cool off. So now, what I'm going to do next, I've got to get my chicken out the refrigerator, y'all. So that sauce has to cool for about, I'm coming back, y'all. These are my wings that I've already washed and got ready. These are my wings. I already washed them and got these ready. This is a little over 6 pounds of wings. This sauce is good for 5 to 6 pounds of wings. I might be over a little bit, but that's okay. And like I say, I choose to use the wingettes. And after I put my vinegar in there, when I showed y'all I had my chicken wings on ice, and I put vinegar, make sure you rinse that off. Make sure you rinse your chicken off once again. Rinse it off because you want to rinse that vinegar off. Okay. So now I'm going to season this up, even though you have the sauce, but you want to put a little season on these wingettes here. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use a little smoked paprika. I'm going to use a little smoked paprika. You say a little, that's like a lot. No, it's just a little. And I'm going to get out a little stir. A little stir. And I'm going to use a little pink Himalayan salt. Now I'm going to get a little pink Himalayan salt. Going to put on there. You use your judgment how much you want to use, but I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit like this here. And get that another good mix. So I suggest that while you're making your sauce or whatever, keep your wings in the refrigerator because you want to keep this meat cold. You want to keep this meat cold, okay? You don't want this to get room temperature. You want to keep your meat cold as possible. Now I got to get one more thing, y'all. Here we go. I'm going to get 2 more things. I'm going to get a little lemon pepper. You know I love lemon pepper. Get a little lemon pepper. It ain't got to be too seasoned, just a little bit. And I'm going to put a little bit of Tony Saturins on there, just a little bit. And now we're going to mix this up. We're going to mix this up again. We are going to mix this up again. I'm just going to use my hand, y'all. There we go. So give it another good mix, y'all. Mix it up good. Good. So you want to mix it up really well. Okay, so that's good. That's good and mixed. That's good and mixed. This is a little over 6 pounds. But like I said, I made this last night. So when I put it all together, it all sauce up. So I'm excited to make this recipe, this buffalo chicken wing, and that sauce is delicious. Now, I got a bag over here, y'all. I'm going to get this gallon bag, I'm going to get this new clean gallon bag. And what I'm going to do, y'all, is put this chicken in this bag. And I'm going to put it back in the refrigerator because I'm waiting for this sauce to cool off. Because the sauce is too hot right now. So what I'm going to do is put these chicken wingettes back in the bag. And we are going to put it back in the refrigerator. We are going to put this back in the refrigerator until my sauce cool off. So, they look good already, don't they? Ooh, Lordy. But I want to keep this here in the refrigerator until that sauce. So, when my sauce cool off, I'm going to get back with y'all. And we're going to sauce it up and bag it up. All right. Well, the sauce is done. It has cooled for about 15, 20 minutes. So what I'm gonna do now, I got me a little cup here, measuring cup. So what I'm going to do is get me some sauce. I'm gonna pour some like this. So you wanna pour a little bit like that. Okay. And now what we want to do is kind of want to massage this here a little bit like that. Get that kind of massage in the bag. You see how that's coming along like that? Do like that. You want to massage it a little bit. And then you want to get the remaining chicken and you want to put that on top. We want to put this on top. Want to put this on top. Now we want to get the remaining sauce. I'm going to get my spatula here, y'all, work better. Oh yeah, so we can get all this goodness in the bag. Get the remaining sauce and we're going to put that on top. Scrape all this goodness out. Don't that look good? Smells so good, y'all. It smells so good. So I'm scraping this all out. Get every drop I can get. Okay. I think I got about all I can get, y'all. All right. So, get it like this in. All right. Good to the last drop. Now we want to go ahead and zip the bag. It's a little messy, but we want to zip. And this is a gallon-sized bag. So we want to get this zipped. There we go. Take your time, and because you want to make sure it's zipped. There we go. Get in a little extra air out that I can. There we go, it's zipped. And now you want to take and just finish it. Don't do it too hard because you don't want this bag to bust open now. Don't do it too hard. So you kind of want to shake it a little bit. But guess what, y'all? We shaking, but we ain't baking. We pressure canning this bad boy. So look at that. See how that's spicy? See how that's sealed? Like I say, we're going to let this sit flat in the refrigerator. Just like that. Flat in the refrigerator. Just like this here. And on Wednesday, we're going to be pressure canning this here. But I want to go over one more time the ingredients that I used. So I used a ½ cup of butter, which is 1 stick. We used 1½ cups of hot sauce. We used 2 tablespoons of vinegar, distilled white, 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, 1 teaspoon of garlic of your choice, 1/4 teaspoon of pink salt, 1 teaspoon of parsley, and that is 1 teaspoon, y'all. I thought it was a tablespoon, but it is 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika. And we used 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper and 1 tablespoon of that clear gel. So make sure if you're going to make this recipe, you get that clear gel because you're going to need it. You cannot use the pectin because the pectin is not formulated for the pressure cooker. It's only formulated for water bathing. So make sure you get the clear gel. So we're going to let this baby sit, and on Wednesday, we are going to be doing our buffalo hot wings. All right, I can't wait. All right. Ooh, don't it look good? Well, welcome back, Lily of the Valley Community Garden family. It is part 2. Part 2. Okay, because you know we had to do part 1. Anyway, we are getting ready to jar up our wingettes. We're getting ready to jar everything up today. It's been 2 days. They've been marinating in the Ziploc bag in the refrigerator. And we are going to get ready, and I'm going to put it in here. So we're going to get started. We're going to get cranking, and we're going to get this baby on the road. So what you want to do is get you a nice bowl, and you want to pour this out. Pour it out, because it's been marinating. I'm going to try to get some of that more juice down like this here. This is buffalo hot wings. Buffalo wings. And it probably will be a little hot because I got that hot sauce. Got the buffalo wings. Okay, I'm going to sit this in the sink right now. I might be able to get... So, ain't nothing to do it but to do it. So I got to put my hands in here, y'all. They clean, I wash them, I got to put my hands in here. I hope I can get 7 quarts. 7 quarts. So we're going to see how many we can get. So after you get it out the bag, you want to mix it up really, really good. Mix it up good. You see all that sauce? It made a lot of sauce. See all that sauce? Don't it look good? And the spices and stuff in there. It is good. Oh yeah, it is good. So like I say, I got these drumettes and wingettes. But this here, I didn't get the full chicken wing. So I ain't have to worry about cutting no tips or anything like that off the chicken wing. I was listening to one chef one time. He said it's chicken wings, but if it's good, it's going to be called chicken wing. So this is going to be chicken wing, y'all. All right. So we got it mixed up. And let me rinse my hands right quick, y'all. Oh. Okay. We have it mixed up, and I'm going to show y'all how to jar it up. So we can get about 10 to 11 wings and drumettes in a jar. I did do this process last night, but I'm going to go with y'all on this one. So what you want to do is my quart-size jars. It's the best jar to do it in is a quart-size jar. This is a raw pike. It is a cold pike. And make sure you do not add any liquid. Do not add no liquid to this recipe, to this chicken. You don't need, because it will make its own juices, natural juices. You do not need to add liquid. So this is how you want to kind of put one in there. I try to do a drumette, and then I try to do like the flat. And then I do like another drumette, because these are not that big. And then I try to do another flat. Go around much as I can, and then I might take another drumette like this, and I'll put that like over there. That's fine. And I try to do a drumette and a flat, a drumette and a flat like that, because I want to kind of keep the pieces even inside the jar. So that's how I do mine. So I forgot how many. I've been running my mouth, y'all. I forgot how many here. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. Okay. So this makes 7. It's messy, y'all. I ain't gonna tell no lie. It's messy, but it's a good mess. 7, 8, 9, and 10. So I'm comfortable with that. So let me show y'all. I'm gonna do one more jar with y'all. And like I say, I like to start with the leg, with the little drumette. So place it in here, 1. Then get me a flat. 2, get it, 3. I kind of twist my jar around a little bit. 4, and there we go, another leg, a little leg, y'all. Drum it. 5 and 6, and I can put this down here in the middle. 7, 8, 9, and I want one a little smaller. There we go, 10. So I got 10 in here. So you get about 10 in here, that's comfortable. So this is how you want to do it. It's messy, it's messy, but it's a good mess. So I just wanted to show y'all. So we are jarring it up. This is our buffalo wings. We are jarring it up, and I'm going to continue to do this here. So let me keep on jarring it up. Well, I'm so happy I got 7 jars, 7 full jars. So I had a little bit of extra pieces of chicken. So some of the jars do have like 11 pieces in them because I had a few pieces, so I squeezed them in there, but that's fine. So the next process is to debubble. That's right. You say, well, why you got to debubble? Because you still have air pockets in these jars and you want to debubble. It's very important to debubble. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do it like this. Make sure you get a good debubble on all sides. All sides. I can even hear, you probably can't hear, but I can hear some of that air being released in these air pockets. Don't worry about going in the middle. Just get on the outside like this. And I had a lot of these sauce left, y'all, and this is what I did with my extra sauce. I put some on each jar. So if you're getting any extra sauce left, just put it on the top of your jar. That's fine. That's fine. And like I said, this will make its own juices. Do not add any liquid, but give it a good debubble. I'm going to do one more jar for y'all. Good debubble. Don't worry about going in the middle, but we want to get that outside and get a good debubble. Debubble. Y'all know I like to debubble. Debubble. All right. So it is messy. So this is what I want to show y'all. That's why I got my paper towels over here. Because this is, I'm going to wipe this down more than usual because this is really messy. And I want to get all this off my jars. I don't want any left on my jar. So what I'm going to do is start on the outside. This is just a dry paper towel. I'm not using the vinegar yet. Just starting on the outside of my jar. On the outside, just like this is. Just want to wipe all this around here off. Okay. Now I'm going to, that's why I got my paper towel. Going to need plenty of paper towels, y'all. Now you see how this stuff like this around here? Me personally, I don't want to take any chances of this stuff. So what I'm going to do is get my paper towel and wipe down like this. I'm going to wipe the inside of that jar just like this. You see how I'm wiping? I want to wipe the inside of that jar. A good wipe. I don't care if I got to use a whole roll. Okay, now when you get a good wipe like that, now you want to take your vinegar. And you know, make sure you check your jars, make sure there's no cracks, no lids, no cracks or nicks or anything. Now, since I wiped that jar on the inside and outside really well, now I want to get my vinegar and now I want to go around my jar. Now I want to go around my jar and make sure it's clean. I want to make sure it is clean. And I feel confident that it's clean. After you do that, then you want to go ahead and get your lid. My lid is just in warm water, warm tap water, because this is a raw pipe and cold pipe process. But I just got it in warm water. You want to put your lid on there. Now you want to get your lid ring and you want to, oh yeah, y'all heard that, didn't you? You heard that spin? You know I love that spin, y'all. Okay, so once again, make sure, y'all, I'm going to show you one more time. Make sure you wipe that outside of that jar because you don't want any of this in, prevent your jars from sealing. So that's why it's important to get all this stuff, make sure it's off. Then I take a paper towel and I go on the inside of my jar. Go just like this here on the inside. Because I don't want to take a chance of anything preventing my jars from sealing. And then, like I say, you take that vinegar and wipe. I'm just wiping around here, and then I'm wiping on the top. And then get my lid again. Get my lid. And let's see if we can get that spin again. Sometimes it don't always get it, but I know it's still good though. So let's try it again. Didn't get the spin, but I know it's good. Finger tight only. Do not manhandle this thing. It's just finger tight only, because these jars, when they're in that pressure cooker, they still need room for some of that steam inside here to escape. So I'm going to finish these up, and I'm just going to keep wiping, y'all. Keep wiping. Okay, we got it all jarred up. Now it's time to put this baby in the pressure cooker. And remember, this is a raw pack and everything is cold. The water in my All-American is cold. Everything is cold. These jars are cold. Everything is cold. So it's going to start putting it in the pressure cooker. I've already put my vinegar in here. I got 2 inches of water in mine. 2 inches of water in my pressure cooker. So we're going to get in here, and this is holds 7 jars. Holds 7. So we want to make sure everybody have a little space here to breathe. See how they look? Don't that look good? That looks beautiful. Beautiful. Oh yeah. Got one more to put in. One more. Okay. Just double checking. Yes, everybody got some space. Everybody looks happy. Everybody's in the pool. Okay. Everybody's in the pool. So I'm going to put I already greased this last night. I put a little Vaseline around here. Little Vaseline here, and a little Vaseline here. And I put some Vaseline here, 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 here. And I rub some Vaseline around here, okay? And you want to make sure you check and make sure your vent hole right here, make sure it's clear. So I look and I can see Willie. So it's clear. So you want to find this notch right here, and you want to find, I'm going too fast. Oh, and my arrow. So you want to make sure the arrow and this notch lines up, okay? So I'm getting ready to put that on. There we go. So you see how that's lined up? I want to make sure that's lined up. And you want to check your spacing. Okay, so this looks good. So you want to check, right, just like that. Make sure it's clear. Make sure you got spacing. You see how this spacing? It's got room. Well, we are venting. We are venting. So we're going to let this vent for 10 minutes. I've already started my timer. So I got 4 minutes and 50-some seconds left for my venting. So we're going to let this vent on out for the 4 minutes and something I got left. And when we get through venting, then I'm going to put the regulator on, and we're going to let this cook for 90 minutes. 90 minutes. Well, 10 minutes is up, y'all. I'm getting ready to turn the timer off. I'm getting ready to put the regulator on. My elevation is 1,000 feet. So my regulator will be on number 10. I got 10, 15, and 5. Since I'm in Central Florida, my elevation is 1,000 feet. I will be at 10 pounds per pressure. As you can probably hear, it's a lot of steam coming out of there. So that's why it's very important for you to let this steam for 10 minutes so it can relieve some of the pressure out of this pressure canner. So I'm getting ready to put the regulator on, quit running my mouth. Be very careful. Now, I got the regulator on, so I'm going to let this build up to 10 pounds of pressure. And then I'm going to turn my eye off a high, and then I'm just going to start adjusting my temperature so I can get to that 10, 11 pounds of pressure, my sweet spot. And when we get through doing that, y'all, we're going to come back 90 minutes. And when we get through these 90 minutes, we're going to come back and see what it look like and what it smell like. Well, we got it done, y'all. We got it done. So I'm going to take the regulator off. A little steam here. And we're going to unscrew the wing nuts. Be very careful because this stuff is still hot. Still hot. 90 minutes, 90 minutes. 90 minutes. Okay, let me take the lid off. Remember, when you take the lid off, turn it away from you because of the steam. So take it off and turn it away from you. Just like this. See all that steam coming out? It is still hot. So I'm going to sit my lid right here, right there. All right. And I have my jar lifter. It smells good. They still boiling, y'all. Jar number 1 coming. See, that's why you don't need to add no liquid. You see all that juice in there? Look at all that juice. That's why there's no need to add liquid. Because if you add liquid, there's a possibility that this is going to spill out of your jars. No liquid. You don't want that siphoning. So that's why you don't want to put no additional water in your jar. Yeah, that looks good. Looks good. Buffalo wings with hot sauce. Louisiana hot sauce. You can use whatever hot sauce you want, but I got Louisiana hot sauce. Oh, popping already. There's another one. There's pinging already. Pinga, pinga, ping. That's what I like, y'all. The pinga, pinga, ping. I love the ping. I got 7 jars. Oh yeah, get this one out. Ooh, see how that is cooking, y'all. Cooking and boiling and pinging. And this is the one I did last night. I did this one last night. And you see the liquid built up in here? You see that hot sauce? So this is going to be good. See all the spices through here? This I did last night, 7 jars. Still pinging. Well, we got it done, y'all. We got it done. Had another pinging. I love that pinging. Pinging is music to my ears. Woo-hoo! But we got it done. I'm so excited. It smells so good. I thank you for joining us again on another successful video. And I had a wonderful time doing this recipe, buffalo hot wings with buffalo hot sauce. So as always, we thank you for joining us. We thank you for supporting us. We thank you for joining us. We thank you for your wonderful, wonderful comments. And remember, don't forget, you know what I'm saying now, hit that like and subscribe, and we will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.